Salam Sejahtera and a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the collaborative teaching session of course BIO122 Histology of Cell and Tissue, semester October 2023. This webinar is organized by Faculty of Applied Sciences, UiTM Perak Branch, Tapa Campus in collaboration with UiTM Sabah Branch, Kota Kinabalu Campus. Thank you all for taking the time to join us today and sorry for inconvenience. My name is Mrs. Tabasurya Ilagovan from Faculty of Applied Sciences, UiTM Perak Branch, Tapa Campus, and I'm the host and the first moderator for today's session. Together with me is the co-host and the second moderator. She will help me during this session. I would like to invite the second moderator to introduce herself.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening again. My name is Shazwani. I'm the biology lecturer from UiTM Sabah, campus Kota Kinabalu. Nice to meet you all. Yeah.
Dr. Shazwani, please move Dr. Noriza to the stage. More better.
I can wait. Actually, I'm not the host anymore, I think, so I cannot. Yeah, I cannot move anyone to the stage. Maybe Miss Tava can help me.
Yeah, but I'm searching where Dr.
Yeah. Where's our presenter?
Thank you, Dr. Nur Shazwani Binti Mota. Dear students, in this masterclass, we will share about the topic plant tissues. So stay tuned to learn more. Before the presentation begins, allow me to brief you on some house rules and how this workshop will run. To ensure the smoothness of this session, please mute your microphone when you are not speaking. We would like to request that all the students will remain in this room until the end of the session. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. The link of the attendance will be shared at the end of the session. Please note that the attendance link is available for 30 minutes after the session is ended. The guest speaker will start to present after the moderator introduces the presenter. Firstly, the guest speaker will present the material for about 1 hour. After that, there will be a 10-minute break. And then, after the break, the session will be continued with another 1 hour presentation by the speaker. Dear students, please mute your audio. Okay, next, following that, we will have a Q&A session with the presenter for about 10 to 15 minutes. Dear students, feel free to drop your questions on the topic through the chat box, or you can unmute to ask the question along with your full name and affiliation. When asking a question, please turn on your webcam. Any further questions after the stipulated time, we highly recommend you to discuss with the presenter via email or through the personal chat. Finally, the session will be ended with a 5-minute challenge game session and conclusion. Also, don't worry about taking notes. We will provide you the handout and also the session recording to your class lecturer within 3 days if you stay until the end of the session. Okay. So before introduce the presenter, I would like to invite the guest speaker and all the participants to get ready for a photography session. Everyone, please turn on the camera for the photo session. Dr. Shazwani, are you ready?
Yes, but I can only,
Yeah,
kita boleh masuk semua student sikit saja ya? Like 5, I can only see 5 students.
Okay, oh, only 5. Maybe doctor change the setting there.
I will try to change the setting. 6 now.
Okay. Okay, doesn't matter, doctor. I do the session.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, let's restart. 3, 2, I get ready. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me say first, because there are many students.
Mhm.
Okay, let me take one more shot. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more shot. One, 2, 3. So please make sure everybody on your camera. Okay, let me check I left out any students. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I say first because there are many students. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me check. I already got one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Check. Okay, the last shot. 1, 2, 3. Check. Okay. Okay. So thanks a lot. Even though we faced some technical problem, all of you stay with me until now. I'm so happy for that. Okay, let's continue the session. Without further ado, I wish to introduce the guest speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Noriza Jafar Siddiq from School of Biology, Faculty of Applied Sciences, University Technology Mara, UiTM Shalom. In the year 2008, she graduated her PhD in plant biotechnology from University Putra, Malaysia, UPM. Her area of expertise are plant biotechnology, plant tissue culture, and secondary metabolites, and plant physiology. Dear students, now allow me to welcome our speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Noriza Jafar Siddiq, to present about plant tissues.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Tava. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all the students. Okay, and also Dr. Shazwani is here, right? So, how are you, students? I hope all are doing well, good, right? So now I'm sharing the slides. Okay. Okay, I'm sharing the slides. Insert review of you. Okay, can you see the slides clearly, students? And can you hear me? All students, can you hear me clearly?
Absolutely, madam.
Okay.
We could see the slides, madam.
You can see the slides. Good. Okay, so today we have a lecture on the plant tissue topics. Yeah. So let's start with the lesson outcomes first. Okay, so the end of the lesson, students should be able to state and define terminologies in plant tissues. And also the second one is identify, draw, label, and describe the characteristic of plant tissues. Okay, so let's get started with the plant organization. Okay, so what is plant organization? Plant organization, it refers to structural arrangement, yeah, and hierarchy organisms of cells, tissue, organs in the plants. Okay, so the organization of a plant, yeah, can be seen at various level here, okay, ranging from the cellular level till the whole plant, yeah, the organisms. Okay, so we look at this cellular level here, yeah, as we know that the cell is the basic unit of the plant organization, yeah, and cell have several specialized structure, which include the cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and also various organelles such as the mitochondria and the chloroplast, for example. Okay, and the next level is the tissues. They are groups of cells that working together, yeah, to perform a specific functions. Okay, and next level is the organ level. Yeah, it is a group of tissues arranged that can work together and perform specific functions. Okay, and together, the organs often work to form the organ system. So in vascular plants, they have two organ system which are the shoot system and a root system. Okay, and then the organism, the plants are considered as the living organisms. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, right. So the plants, they have complex organizations. So because of this, allow them to carry essential physiological functions, and also essential and plant growth processes, such as the process of photosynthesis, nutrient absorption, reproduction, transpiration, and also essential function. Example given here is the structural support. Okay, so now we look at the tissue system in plants. Okay, there are two two tissue system in plant, which is the root system and the shoot system. Okay, so the root system, it covers the plant parts below the ground, whereas the shoot system, it covers the plant parts above the ground level here. Okay, and if you look at the organs here, yeah, at the shoot system, they are the roots, they are at the shoot system, they are the leaf, vegetative shoots, apicals, the flowers, yeah. Whereas the root system, the organs, they have these roots, taproot, and the lateral roots, and also the tubers. Okay, so what's the difference between the root system and the shoot system? Okay, so the difference between these two is in terms of their compositions. Yeah, so the composition for the root they have this, they consist of the taproot, lateral roots, and also can be the tubers. Okay, whereas the shoot system, it consists of the leaf, the flower stems and others. Okay, and the locations, in terms of location, the roots under the ground level, inside the soil here, whereas the shoots above the ground levels. And their functions for roots, the roots have the functions absorbing the water and minerals from the ground and also providing support to the plant on the ground. Whereas the functions of this shoot system, they can do the photosynthesis, and also transport the sugars, carbohydrates, and also for reproductions. Okay, can you see the slides, students?
No, madam.
Oh,
It's already
It's-
changed to the
it's-
whiteboard.
Yeah, it's
change. All right.
So it doesn't matter, Doctor, leave from the whiteboard, then Doctor can share again. Then I share just now the organs. Give me the organs of the root system. What are the organs? Just now, Doctor share, right? The organs for
yes.
the shoot system, the root system, right? So give me the examples of the organ that involved in the root system.
May I answer?
Yeah, can.
Okay. So I have two that I remember. So the first organ is the taproot, and the other one is the lateral root. The
Yes.
lateral roots, which are the
Lateral
branches.
roots. Okay, give a clap to him. Yes. Okay, so still, I hope all of you listen what Doctor shared just now, right? So I hope Doctor can continue now.
Okay, can see the slides clearly? Hello, can see the slides clearly? Students?
It is still loading.
It's still?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, can.
Okay, we can now see.
Okay.
So please stay focused. In between, we will ask the questions also as a recall section of your lecture.
Okay, so reading view, I will show you the reading view. Okay, so I stop at the this one, the difference between the root system and the shoot system. Okay, now I continue with the plant tissues here. Okay, so plants, they are multicellular eukaryotes. Multicellular meaning that they have many types of cells. Eukaryotes, the plant consists the cell that possess a clearly defined nucleus. So it has a nuclear membrane that surrounds the nucleus. And there are three tissue systems. One is the dermal, second ground, and the vascular. Okay, if you look at the leaf here, so can see the ground tissues, the ground tissues, the dermal tissue, and the vascular tissue. Even you look at the stem, the stem, it also have the dermal tissue, ground tissue, and also the vascular. Same goes to the roots, have the dermal tissue, ground tissue, and the vascular tissue. So we look at these three types of tissues, which are the dermal system. Okay, if you look at the leaf here, it is the outer part of the outer of the leaf here. Whereas the ground tissue carry out photosynthesis, store photosynthetic product and support the plants. And the vascular tissue, it conducts water and solutes throughout the plant. Okay, so these are the functions I've mentioned just now, and the components here for dermal, it gives rise to the epidermis and also periderm. Ground give rise to the components here are the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, and for vascular give rise to the xylem and phloem. Okay, so I will discuss in detail about the dermal, ground, and the vascular. Okay, so this dermal, ground, and vascular, they are permanent tissues. Yeah, so before I go in detail with the permanent tissues later on, I just want to show you this diagram. If you look at the diagram here, you can see from tiny seeds. Okay, from these tiny seeds, it will develop, it will grow until it reach, it will grow to the seedlings and then young shoots and what we call this mature trees. Yeah, so tall trees here, right? So why is happen? Why this happen? Yeah. So what is the secret here? Yeah? So the secret here is it lies on the meristem tissues that are responsible for the growth and the development of the plants. Okay, so where can you find the meristems? The meristem tissues. Okay, we look at this diagram on the right side here. Okay, you can see here it located at the shoot tips and the shoot tips of the shoots and also at the root tips. Okay, so this meristem, we call it as apical meristems. Yeah? And there are also another type of meristem, what we call it as lateral meristems. Yeah? So, and also another type is intercalary meristem. Before we go in detail, the definition of each of these meristem, we look at of the apical, intercalary, and lateral. We look at the definition of the meristem tissues. Okay, so these meristem tissues, they divide very rapidly. Yeah, they divide very rapidly. They have the ability to divide by the process of mitosis. Okay, so I hope you still remember what is mitosis process. Yes, okay, and the meristem tissues are undifferentiated tissues. Yeah, but they have the potential to differentiate to specialized tissues. Okay, so meristematic tissues, they consist of clumps of small cells with dense cytoplasm. Okay? So this one dense cytoplasm and large nuclei, right? And we look at the function of the apical meristem here. Okay, the function is for the functions is for the elongation of the roots and the shoots to take place. Okay? And then lateral meristem also, it produce an increase in the girth. This one, you can see the arrow here. Okay? It increase the diameter of the stem. Okay, and if you look at these slides, the slides, we look at the apical meristem at the shoot. Yeah, it found at the tips of the shoots where it responsible for the primary growth. Yeah, so that the plant can get the light and the air. Yeah, the air, and the plant also can photosynthesize and can the process of gas exchange can be done. Yeah. All right. Okay. So here, the plant tissue that result from primary growth are called as primary tissues, which make up the primary plant body. Okay. So these are the parts of the shoot apical meristem. Okay. We have the young leaf, protoderm, shoot apical meristem, yeah, procambium, node, axillary bud, primordium, and base of the subtending leaf and the pith at the center. Okay, that one at the shoot tips, yeah, tips of the shoot. Now we look at the root apical meristem that are located at the tips of the roots. Okay, so you can see here, they also have the primary meristem, okay, which consists of the protoderm, ground meristem, procambium. Okay, and they can grow towards the water and the nutrients, yeah, and allow the roots to extend throughout the cell, throughout the soil. And at the tip here, you can see the root cap, yeah, so as a protection for the roots here. Okay, now we look at the apical meristem. Okay, this apical meristem give rise to 3 types of primary meristem. The protoderm, it will forms the epidermis, yeah, the dermal tissue system, the procambium. If you look here, it will differentiate into the ground tissue. Procambium will forms the primary vascular tissue, which consists of the primary xylem and the primary phloem. And the ground tissue of ground meristem, it will differentiates into ground tissues, which are the parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and the sclerenchyma here. All right, that's for the apical meristem, at the shoot tips. Okay, and then we look at the apical meristem at the root tip here. Okay, so you can see here, the protoderm, ground meristem, procambium, apical meristem of root, and the root head. Yeah. All right. Now we go to the second one, which is the lateral meristem. Okay. So this lateral meristem, they increase the girth, the diameter of the increase the girth, in the non-woody plants. Yeah. So can see here, there are 2 types of lateral meristem. Yeah. One is the vascular cambium, the other one is the cork cambium. Okay, so this in woody stems, the cork cambium, it will produce the cork cells. Okay, so it will replace the epidermis, okay, with the thicker, tougher periderm. Yeah. Vascular cambium, it will produce the secondary vascular tissues, which are the secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Okay, so you can see here, this shows the secondary growth in stem. Yeah, in year 1, early spring. Yes, you can see here the outer layer is the epidermis, and then the cortex, and then the primary phloem. And you can see here between the primary phloem and the primary xylem, there is a vascular cambium. Okay, so this vascular cambium, it will produce the secondary vascular tissues, the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem. Okay, whereas the cork cambium here, it shows here, it will produce the cork cells here. Okay, and can see here the epidermis shell shading. Okay, and replace the epidermis, and here can see here it form the bark. Okay, so there's a growth here, and so you can see here the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, primary growth. Primary growth is the result of the cell division at the apical meristem. So it result the growth of the plant's land. Whereas the secondary growth result from the cell division of the lateral meristem. So it will increase the girth and make the plant body thicken. Okay, so this also shows the primary growth in the stem, and secondary growth in the stem. So the cork cambium here at secondary dermal tissues, whereas the vascular cambium here, it adds the secondary xylem and the phloem. Okay, so now we look at the organization of primary tissue in stem. Okay, so most of the monocot stems, monocot plants such as the sugar cane, such as the sugar cane, monocots, or the maize, they have the vascular bundle scattered throughout the ground tissues, monocots. So you can see here the vascular bundle, whereas in the gymnosperm, in the dicots plants, dicots, eudicots stem, the vascular tissues consists of a vascular bundle arranged in a ring. So it's like this. You can see here the eudicot stem, such as the flowers, with the vascular bundle forming a ring. So ground tissues toward the inside here grows toward the inside. This is what we call it as pith. And the ground tissue that grow toward the outside here, we call it as cortex. Okay, so this are the different type of tissues. Okay. Okay, just now we look at the stems. The stems part. Now we look at the primary tissues in the roots, in the young roots. Okay, so you can see here in the young roots, the vascular, it produces the epidermis, the ground tissues, and the vascular tissue at the center here. Center here in young roots. Okay, so at the center here, if we enlarge it, you can see the xylem, the phloem tissues, the pericycle besides the endodermis. Yeah. So the pericycle here, it just beside the endodermis. Right. Okay. So from the pericycle, yeah, arise from within the pericycle is the emerging lateral roots, yeah, the vascular cylinder here, yeah, the lateral roots, yeah, arise within the pericycle. Okay, so actually, okay, we have covered, yeah, the plant tissues just now. Okay, so I summarize it. Yeah, so the meristematic tissues, okay, they can divide, okay, and differentiate into what we call it as permanent tissues that can be divided into 3 categories. Yeah? The dermal, ground, and the vascular. And these meristematic tissues, okay, have 2 types. One is the apical, yeah, apical tissues. The other one is the lateral tissues. Okay, so I will go in detail on the dermal tissues, ground tissues, and also the vascular tissues later on. Okay, so again, yeah, I mentioned here the meristematic tissue is composed of undifferentiated cells that have the ability to divide and differentiate into various types of specialized cells. Okay? And it responsible for the growth of plant and production of the new cells. Okay, so they are found in the areas of active growth. Yeah, and there are 2 main type of meristematic tissue. One is the apical meristem, the other one is the lateral meristem. Apical meristem is located at the tips of the roots and shoots, responsible for the primary growth. Yeah. The lateral meristem is found in the cambium and responsible for the secondary growth, such as thickening of the stems and the roots. Okay, so now I think it's time for us to have a question and answer sessions, right? Okay, so students, please get ready. Okay, look at the questions here. Okay. We look at question number 1 first. Describe briefly the process of cell division in meristematic tissue. So what's the name of the process of cell division in meristematic tissues? Anyone? Can you answer it?
Can I answer?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
What's your name? Please tell me your name.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Syamil Irfan bin Muhammad Shahrizal.
Okay.
Okay, so the process of cell division involved in meristematic tissue is called mitosis.
Okay, so mitosis, it
Yeah,
is
the
a series of
so the process of cell
steps.
division in meristematic tissue is
Yeah.
called mitosis.
Mitosis, yeah. Okay, it's correct. Yeah. So it involves a series of steps lead to the formation of 2 identical cells from a single parent cells. Okay. So I think before this, you also have covered about the mitosis process, right? In the animal tissues, right? So anyone, can you recall back and remember, yeah, What are the process during mitosis? How many stages? Do you remember? In plant cells, so the mitosis is the same with the animals. Yeah. So it starts with what? What phase? Anyone? It starts with the interphase, right?
We challenge the TAPA students or the SABA students. Who can try?
Yeah, who can try? Remember back. Okay.
So anyone from the
Many
SABA
phases?
campus, give a try. No
Yeah.
need to worry.
Yes, try. I give you some clues. Starts with the interface and then what? The next stage, the next phases, the next phase. Remember? Okay, so the next one is, the next phase is prophase.
I think
Okay.
better call their names because sometimes they usually, when we call their names, they tend to answer.
Okay, so okay, I call one name Amira. Amira is here. Amira. Remember back the different phases during photosynthesis, during mitosis. If not, Amelia can help. Different phases in mitosis.
Doctor, there are 5 Amira.
Oh, 5 Amira. Oh, so
Yes.
many Amira.
Amira Ashikin.
Amira Ashikin. Amira Ashikin? No. Okay, then the second Amira. Amira.
Maybe you all can type your answers in the chat box. They are very shy.
Oh, they are
So
very
you all
shy.
can type your answer in the chat box.
Yes. Okay, I give you some clues. Start from P. Alphabet P.
Prophase.
Prophase. Who answer? Muhammad? Adam?
Adam.
Okay,
Yes.
Mama Adam. But cannot see your face there. Right? Okay, Mama Adam. Okay, the next. After prophase, first is interphase, then prophase. Next is?
Dr. Aina
Metaphase.
Najiha, she already
Okay, Aina
mentioned
Najiha
all the
answered
phases.
already. Yeah, Aina
She
answered
said
already all the
prophase,
phases.
metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
Okay, good.
Please take note the correction on the error.
Yeah, so they know.
At least she give a try, right? So we can give a
Yes.
clap to Adam, Shamir, and who is the one? Aina Najiha. We can give a clap to them. Okay, at least you can feel happy, right? So make sure everybody also you give a try.
You're very shy, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, now we go to the second questions here. Okay, I put one here, but it should be second questions. Explain undifferentiated tissues in plant. Yeah. So which tissues are called are known as undifferentiated tissues? Yeah, who want to try? Name Honey. Honey. Honey, are you here? Not here. Honey? Okay, if not, Farah or Haikal. You can try.
Amir Ashraf, give a try.
Yes, give a try.
Don't keep quiet. If you never try, right, then we will continue one more session with another day.
Okay. So, okay, just give me an example of undifferentiated tissues.
Okay,
during the
Asha
lectures.
Liana, give a try.
Yes.
Asha Liana, give a try.
Okay, Nur Amalina already answer in the chat box there.
Yes.
Okay, good. Siti Nurain, meristem tissue. Yeah, is correct.
Okay,
Okay,
good
so
job, Siti
good job.
Nurain and Nur Amalina.
Yes. So meristem tissues, they are regions of actively dividing cells, and have the potential to differentiate into various specialized cell types. Okay. And they have crucial role in the plant growth and development. Okay, now we look at this third questions. The basic anatomy of vascular plant reflects their ability to draw resource from above and below the ground. Plants rely heavily on both shoot and root system for survival. Discuss the interaction between these two systems. Okay, so there are two systems here: shoot system and the root system. Anyone? Okay. Anyone want to answer? What's the role of this shoot system and root system? Students?
Long question, but actually, right, they are easy.
Okay.
Okay, so they are supposedly two systems, okay, shoot system and root system. Discuss the interaction between these two systems. That is the question. So what is the interaction between shoot system and root system?
Yes, students? I'm waiting for the answer.
Normally during the class session, you all answer, right? This is the time you have to show to our speaker.
Yes.
You also understand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you keep quiet, right, then we
Yes.
also feel like the motivation level, right? Like the spirit goes down.
Yeah.
Okay, Nur Isma,
Nerisma, root
Muhammad
system.
Aiman, Muhammad
Plant
Aiman.
growth.
Give a try.
The shoot system, products of
Hudamia Inshira. Okay, Muhammad Aiman
photosynthesis to
Abdullah. He
supply.
answered.
Yeah. Some of them tried to answer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So later we look at the answer. Okay.
The shoot, Muhammad Aiman
we-
Abdullah, doctor, he said the shoot system products of photosynthesis to the root, while the root system supply the nutrients to the shoot system.
Okay. Good. Okay. So at least you have answered the questions there. Okay. Which tissues type the most abundant in plants? This one is just I'm not mentioned just now, but just for your information, I want you to try to think about which tissues type the most abundant in plants. Anyone? Just try. Is it the dermal tissues or the ground tissues or the vascular tissues? The most abundant in plant. If you look at all the diagram, figures that I showed to you just now, which tissue type the most abundant in plants? You can get the answer if you really. Yes, good. Muhammad Aiman bin Abdullah, ground tissues is correct. Good. Okay. Okay, so all these are the answer here. Yeah. Okay, so I think I stop here. So can we have a break or we want to just continue? The moderator, Mrs. Tava.
For me, it's up to you, doctor. If you wanted to take the break, can, no problem.
Okay, I think I can go further. I can continue, but only the students, can they concentrate on the lectures?
So how about all of you, dear students? You want to
Uh-uh.
take 10 minutes break or we just directly continue the session?
Oh, okay. Nur Natasha, answer in the chat box.
Continue.
Continues so that we can
Okay,
finish
yeah, there are
earlier.
some students. Okay,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay, so we go the next second half lectures after the question and answer, right? So just now I mentioned about the permanent tissues, yeah, and also the meristematic tissues, yeah. So these meristematic tissues, they can divide rapidly, and they can differentiate to form the permanent tissues, yeah. And these permanent tissues, they are completely grown and have lost the ability of division. Yeah? So we look at the permanent tissues given here in the figures. Yeah? The dermal tissues, ground tissues, and the vascular tissues. So they connect, okay, the tissue system that connect all the organs in the plant. Okay, so you can see they have different size. They have different size and shapes. Okay, and now we look at the first tissue types in detail. Yeah, the dermal tissues. Okay, so dermal tissue is the outermost layer of cells in plants, and it acts as a protective covering. Yeah, so it protects the plant from external factors such as the pathogens, UV radiation, and also water loss. Okay, and the dermal tissue includes the epidermis. Yeah, so this which is a single layer of cell that covers the entire plant surface. Okay, and also they have another one is which we call it as periderm. Yeah, so the periderm, it will replace the epidermis in older stems and older roots. Okay, so you can see here the epidermis it's not in the picture. Okay, and then we go to the ground tissues. Carries out basic metabolic functions, stores food and water. Okay, so ground tissues, they forms the bulk of the plant body, responsible for photosynthesis, responsible for the storage and support. And we can divide them into three: parenchyma, collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma tissues. Okay, and this parenchyma also have different shape and size. All these tissues, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, different shape and size. Yeah. Generally, the parenchyma is the functions for photosynthesis, yeah, and storage and secretion, whereas the collenchyma generally provide flexible support to growing parts of the plant, and sclerenchyma, they have thick lignified wall, so they provide rigid support. Yeah. Okay, and then the last one is the vascular tissue, responsible for the transport of water, nutrients, and also the sugars throughout the plants. So they have two main types of tissue, xylem and the phloem. Xylem responsible for the upward transport of water and minerals from the roots to the rest of the plant. And phloem responsible for the bidirectional transport, bidirectional transport of sugar, amino acid, and other organic compounds. Okay, so we go in detail here, the dermal tissues. Okay, so you can see here the epidermis, the figure here, epidermis, which consists of the epidermal cells, and then the gut cells, yeah, and also the trichomes. Yeah. So trichome here, if you look the parenchyma, okay, we look at the next is on the gut cell here. This one is the gut cell, dumbbell-shaped cells, flanking stomata, controls the diffusion, gas diffusion, carbon dioxide and the oxygen, and also regulating the opening and closure of the stomata pores. And trichomes hair-like outgrowth, epidermal hair, and the root hairs here. Root hairs increase the root surface area. Okay. Okay, this is about the cork cell. Cork cambium and cork parenchyma make up the periderm, which is form outer bark of the older stems and roots. So it covers the plant body in woody plants. Okay, so these are the image of the trichomes. Okay, you can see here the trichomes outgrow of the epidermis. Yeah, and then it regulates the heat and the water balance. Okay, whereas here the root hairs outgrowth of the epidermis also occurring in the roots increase the surface area for the nutrient and water absorptions. Okay, so now let's go to the image. Okay, you can see here the parenchyma, the collenchyma, and the erenchyma. Okay, so all these have different characteristics, yeah, in terms of the cell shape, cell wall, the cytoplasm, the nucleus, vacuoles, intercellular spaces, occurrence, and the functions. Okay, so we look at the features first, the parenchyma here. Parenchyma, as I mentioned just now, the most common type of ground tissues, yeah, and they have various specialized forms. So they have a very thin primary cell wall. Yeah? Whereas the collenchyma, and the collenchyma have several functions in the plant tissues. Yeah? The collenchyma have thickened primary cell walls, particularly at the corners where the cell meets. So this thickened cell wall composed of the cellulose and the hemicellulose. Hemicellulose. So it provides mechanical strength to the plant tissue, support to the young and growing parts. All right. Okay. So next is the sclerenchyma. Yeah. So if you look at this sclerenchyma, they have the primary cell wall and the thick secondary cell wall. Okay. So they are variable. They have different shape. Yeah, for parenchyma, isodiametric cells, which are oval, spherical, and polygonal in shape. And for collenchyma, circular, oval, or polyhedral. Sclerenchyma, variable in shape for the fibers and sclerids in the in this xylem. And the cell wall, they have thick cellulosic cell wall, whereas for collenchyma, uneven thickening on their cell wall, whereas sclerenchyma, they have this lignitified secondary cell wall. In parenchyma, the cytoplasm is abundant, collenchyma present but not abundant, whereas sclerenchyma no cytoplasm, absent of cytoplasm, nucleus present in both parenchyma and collenchyma, whereas in sclerenchyma they are absent. They are dead tissues, vacuoles large for parenchyma and collenchyma, they are vacuolated vacuoles, no vacuoles in the sclerenchyma. Intercellular spaces only can be found in the parenchyma, whereas none in the collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And the occurrence here basically for parenchyma, packing tissues, all soft part of plant tissues, can be found in the pith, cortex, and medullary space. Whereas in collenchyma, absent in monocot and roots. Sclerenchyma can be found in the dicot, hypodermis, bundle sheath, pericycle, seed, and pulp of the fruits. Now we look at the functions. I have also mentioned just now the functions of parenchyma for food storage and for the photosynthesis process, whereas collenchyma provide the tensile strength and mechanical support for photosynthesis also, and sclerenchyma protection from stress and strain and for the mechanical strength. Okay, so these are the difference among the ground tissues, which are the parenchyma, collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. All right, next, okay, so next, the third tissues is the vascular tissue. Okay, so if you can see here, these are the pictures that shows tall trees. So this vascular tissue, it can transport the water and nutrients, up to 100-meter tall trees. They transported the water and nutrients throughout the plants, and the vascular tissue allow the plants grow taller. Right, so you see what's the relationship of the xylem structure and the functions. We look at the functions here. We look at the structure first. Okay, the xylem, they are dead and lignified at functional maturity. Okay, so they have the vessel elements and the tracheids, right? And the primary xylem derived from the procambia or the apical meristem, and the secondary xylem from the vascular cambia of the lateral meristem. Okay, because of this shape, they have this tube-like structures. They have also the pits. They have the pits, and also the vessel elements here, that make the xylem can transport the water and the nutrients. Okay, and then phloem. So if compare xylem and the phloem, okay, the xylem are dead and lignified at maturity. Yeah, whereas phloem, phloem are alive at functional maturity. That's the difference. Yeah. So the phloem is a principal food conducting tissue in vascular plants. Yeah. Carry out through sieve tube members or sieve tube elements. Yeah. And they have the sieve area pores, what we call it as sieve plates, and the companion cell here. Yeah. So the companion cell here, they provide the energy. Yeah. And these companion cell have many mitochondria. Yeah, they have many mitochondria. They have many different cell types, which are this sieve tube elements, companion cell fibers, and phloem parenchyma cells. Yeah. So these are the sieve plates, the companion cell, yes, and the sieve tube member. Yeah. So the xylem vessels, yeah, they are located side by side, but here is the cambium tissues. Yeah. So with this xylem and phloem, they are crucial for the plant survival. Yeah. So if you look here, the xylem vessel, it transported the water and nutrients only in one directions, one way. Whereas the phloem vessels, and they transported the sugars, yeah, the product of photosynthesis, yeah, carbohydrates, all those things bi-directional, yeah, two ways. From the shoots towards the roots, and from the roots, okay, usually towards the from the lower part of the plants to the upper part of the plants. Okay, so the difference between xylem and phloem, the xylem is only one way transportation, whereas phloem two-way flows. Transportations, the xylem transported the water and minerals, whereas the phloem transported the food, the product of the process of photosynthesis. And no ends wall, no end wall between the cells, whereas in phloem, the cells have end walls with perforations, perforation, and thick walls stiff with lighting. Okay, another difference between xylem and phloem is that the xylem is dead at the functional maturity, whereas phloem is alive at the functional maturity. All right, so I've summarized the tissue, the lectures again. Okay, so plant tissues can be categorized into two main tissues. One is the meristematic tissues. The other one is the permanent tissues. Okay, the meristematic tissues can be divided into apical meristem and the lateral meristem. Apical meristem is responsible for the primary growth, whereas the lateral meristem responsible for the secondary growth. Yeah? And the permanent tissues are there are three types: the dermal tissues, ground tissues, and vascular tissues. The dermal tissues give rise to the epidermis and the periderm. Ground tissues give rise to the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma tissues, and the vascular give rise to the xylem and phloem. So this is the summary. Now time for the questions here for you to think about. Yeah. So you can see here the pictures. Yeah. During winter, do you think that the transportation of the water slow down or faster or very fast? Can any one of the students answer the questions? Do you think that during winter, the transportation of water be slow down or fast fast? Student? Tadi I call one name, Atira. You are here, Atira?
If not, doctor, we challenge them. If they able to answer, then we can provide the lecture note and the recording. If not, we won't provide. They have to come up with their own lecture note.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so if all the
I
students you
agree.
able to participate all the questions, we have just few questions because we already settled the lecture. Okay,
Yes.
so try, then only you can enhance your understanding. If not, right, when you can understand whether you understand or not, try the question, then only you can know whether you understand or not. Okay, so this is really very, very important chapter because this is one of the chapter come out for your final. And also popular questions, and when you do the past year questions, the tissues, the primary growth, secondary growth, the tissue types, all other one already come out many times. So please use this opportunity. You just try to think, you recall back what you understand. Okay, so if you're able to participate well, all the questions, we have few questions only. Then we will provide the lecture note and the recording. If let's say, right, you all never participate well, then we won't provide. Okay, that is the deal between you and hers. Okay.
Okay, try. Oh,
Yeah.
no, Akila. Answer the question. Slow down. Okay, so how many of you?
Which one, doctor? The number
The
one or
answer
number two?
is number
Still number one.
number one. Yes, still number one.
So how many of you say slow down? You can show your raise hand option below. They got right. So you just click raise hand option so that we know how many of you choose the answer slow down.
Yes.
So the balance of you, we will assume that you choose fast. Okay, so those you feel slow down, you use the hands raise hand option below. They got the raise hand option, you click so that we know how many of you really. Okay, now only I can see many of you.
Okay, so many of them answer it as slow down.
Yes,
Okay.
around
Yes.
half of them.
All right. Okay. So next questions, yeah, the same question also, but give me the reason why you said during winter transportation or during winter the transportation of water slow down. Give me the reasons why.
At least unmute and respond. We can hear your voice so far, right? I only heard Shamir voice and Adam. That's all. The rest,
Yes,
you just
right.
used to chat.
Yes.
And this will be habit for you later when you go for your face-to-face class. Okay, so even though online, still we are facing from different place, at least you unmute and respond. I hope all of you are the living organism, right? I usually ask my students, if living organism, you can respond.
Yes. What's the answer? Yes, student? What's the
So
answer?
unmute and respond. Number
Some of
two.
them answer in the chat box already.
Oh,
They
okay.
probably
Oh, in
shy.
the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to see
Okay, the
chat
student
box.
said, Grace
Ah.
Clarice said that why during the winter transportation of the water slow down or fast? She said because of the colder temperature caused the stomata to close and decrease the transpiration. And then the second student, is it Chester Carlos?
Yeah.
She said
Chester.
that because of the temperature decrease. Sorry if I wrongly pronounced your name. The third student, Nur Natasha, said that the water tends to freeze.
Okay. So the water tend to freeze, right? During winter. So
Winter.
so means that they have to conserve the water, right? So in order to conserve the water, the transportation of water must be slowed down. Got it? Okay. So many students can answer the first questions. Now we go to the next questions. During spring, spring, yeah. You can see here the leaves, the flowers here. The transportation of water, is it slow down or fast?
It's fast.
Okay, Muhammad Aiman, you answer the questions just now? Yeah. Is it Muhammad Aiman? Betul kan? Okay, good. I think, okay. If you said that it is fast, give me the reason why. Aiman? Or other can help Aiman with the answer? Why? You can see here from the figures here, right? Because the rate of water loss is high during the spring season. Water loss.
Doctor, one of the student, Muhammad Shabriel, he said that faster because of the rate of the water loss is high during the spring season.
Loss. Is it that one? Okay.
Yes.
Other answer?
Other than
Other
Muhammad
answer?
Shabriel,
Faster. Yes, during, okay, temperature enhance the fluidity in plant to increase the rate of transpiration. Yes.
Naim, give a try.
Higher transpiration. Okay, so the answer is correct. You said that the transportation of water will be fast. Yeah.
Nur
And
Azwa
another
also mentioned Dr. Fast. And
fast.
she
Okay.
said that higher temperature enhance the fluidity of water in plant tissues and increase the rate of transpiration.
Yes, transpiration.
Eliane Claire, she said that because the stomata remain open for respiration, exchange for photosynthesis.
Yes. Okay,
Then,
so
yeah, got another one more, Doctor. Danish Elfian said that because of the warmer temperature, the process of water loss increase and the rate of transpiration increase. So I feel like more or less all the answers are similar.
They're similar. Yes. Okay. So they also have they need the water to develop also to develop for the leaf formations and also for the flower production of the flowers. Okay. So that's why also because of the temperature. Okay, now next questions is how the desert plants adapt to the hot environment. Okay, you see the image here. Yeah. Is there any leaf?
Okay, Mohammad Shabriel said small
Is there any
surface
leaf
area
here?
of the leaf.
Okay, the cactus have no leaf. If they have the leaf but in small
Surface area.
surface area, small size, right?
Yes.
And also, they have a thick cuticle. Yeah. So this thick cuticle act as a barrier, reducing the water evaporations. And some of the plants, what we call this one, the cactus here, they open their stomata during night, during the night time, and close during the day. They have the the specialized vascular tissues to adapt to the hot environment. Okay, so this one too many questions. Can anyone try here? This is they're not too hard for you to answer. Direct questions here. What are the 3 types of plant tissues? Can you give me your name and then answer the questions?
If you're able to answer all this, is a kind of the preparation before your final. Because when you look on the questions, right, they already come out many times, all these questions.
Yeah.
In the
This
past
is
year,
on-
this year.
Yeah.
Okay, Muhammad Adam said dermal.
Okay, dermal. And then?
Another 2. What are the 3 types of plant tissues? Danish said ground.
Okay, ground tissues. Yes.
And then
Vascular
Nur
tissues.
Azwa and Muhammad Aiman said vascular tissue.
Good. Okay.
So give a clap to everyone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next one, what is the function of dermal tissue in plants? Dermal. The outer layer, right? So what's the
Okay, doctor got one answer from Danish.
protection and prevention of water loss.
Water
Okay,
loss.
good. Okay, good. Is there any other functions? Protect what? Protect against what? Against the bacteria and also the pathogens.
Pathogens.
Yes, pathogen. Okay.
Pathogens.
Yeah,
Physical
pathogen
damage
invasion.
and pathogen invasion.
Yes. Okay. So dermal tissue serve as the outer protective covering of the plants. So they help prevent water loss, regulate the gas exchange, and protect against pathogen and physical damage. Okay, what is the functional of ground tissue in plants? Ground tissues? Anyone?
At least one function.
At least one function, yes.
Danish mentioned that rigid support.
Rigid support. Okay.
Muhammad
Yes.
Irfan said that
Photosynthesis.
mechanical support. Isma said involved in photosynthesis.
Yes, photosynthesis.
yes.
Yes. Correct.
Muhammad Aiman Abdullah said provide support, storage, and photosynthesis. And Caesar Carolos stores water and food. Farhan said
Storage.
structural support.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That one is
Okay, good job.
ground tissues, right? So the ground tissue, again, it's including the parenchyma, collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. Yeah, ground tissues. So next, what are the 2 types of vascular tissues in plants?
2 types of vascular tissues in plant.
Okay. Yes, xylem and phloem. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So make sure that you type the spelling correctly. Phloem. Phloem, xylem. Yes, it's correct. Mama Aiman. Okay, next question. What is the function of xylem tissues? Okay, transfer water transportation, water sahaja. Both. Yeah, minerals, yeah, the nutrients also. Yeah, they transported or conducts the water, mineral, and nutrient from the roots to the rest of the plant. Okay, what is the function of phloem tissue? Anyone answer the questions? Phloem? Phloem. No one answer it? Okay, carries sugar. Okay. Transport organic compounds. Yeah. and also hormones. Okay, next, what is the primary function of meristematic tissue? Meristematic?
Cell division.
Cell division, responsible for the growth and development of the plant cell division, dividing cells and give rise to the other tissues,
Yeah.
permanent tissues. Okay, what is the main function of the epidermis? Epidermis.
Epidermis.
Where does the epidermis located? Out layer or the outmost layer of the plant. So what's the function, students? No one. Epidermis.
So what is
Remember.
the function of the epidermis?
Okay,
protection.
protections. Okay, good. Yeah, for
Protect outer
protect the
layer.
outer layer, yes.
Okay. Muhammad Aiman bin Abdullah said, protect plant from water loss,
Okay.
regulate the gas exchange, and act as a barrier against the pathogens.
Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah, that's correct. So next is, what is the role of cork cambium in plants?
What is the role of the cork cambium in the plants? Where it produce? The location of the cork cambium.
So it is a lateral meristem, yeah?
Yes.
Lateral meristem. Okay, so responsible for producing cork cell towards the outside of stems and roots. So the role here, it contributes to the formation of protective outer bark and helps reduce water loss and protect against pathogen and physical damage. Okay, there are another two questions. What is the role of companion cells in phloem tissue? Just now companion cells, I mentioned just now.
Phloem made up of two types of the cell. So one of the cell is the companion cell. So what is the function? To support the sieve element.
Another one should be a provide apa? Okay, it provide the energy, provide
the nutrient, provide the metabolic support.
So they provide metabolic support, because in companion cells they have many mitochondria, and they provide it, and they help in loading and unloading of sugars in the sieve tubes. Okay. And then the last question, what is the main function of collenchyma cell in ground tissues? Collenchyma. Okay, strand, yes. Yeah, mechanical support. Okay. Provide tensile strand, mechanical support. Yeah, so also they can do some photosynthesis process. Yeah, they have thickened cell wall, and they also give flexibility to the plants. Okay, so I think a student mostly can answer the questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they can do some revisions, and there's a question and answer here. With this, I end my lectures, my sessions. Thank you, Mrs. Tawasuria.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Noriza Jaafar Sideh, for giving such a very informative and comprehensive presentation for today's session. So I hope all of the students, you clearly understand about the session. Okay, so Doctor, I have, before we start the challenge game, I thought to provide one small activity for the student. Okay, so this activity, okay, just now the doctor already explained the lesson, show the mind maps, correct? Okay, so now all the students, you take one piece of the paper. In the piece of the paper, you cannot refer your notes or lecture note, no. You just take the piece of the paper, you draw the mind map that shows the meristematic and then the permanent tissue. You remember, very short and easy mind map. Doctor share about the summary of the tissue. Okay, so everybody take a piece of the paper, you draw the mind map. Okay, so this also one kind of the challenge. So how many, okay, how about the duration, doctor? 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes?
1 minute only.
1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, so you can use any color of the pen or anything. Okay, you're going to draw the mind map for the meristematic and the permanent tissue. No need explanation, just very short mind map. Okay, so we provide 1 minute, but after 1 minute, you have to on your camera and show your mind map. Let's recheck your mind map. Okay, are you ready? So now I wanted to see the students, you really understand the session. Okay, so do the mind map. So can we start this challenge? Are you ready? So take the piece of the paper, no need to draw beautifully, just sketch the mind map. Okay, so now the time is 5:05. So I provide you 1 minute from now. So start draw the mind map for the meristematic and permanent tissue. Okay. So everybody, you have to draw, you have to show me. Okay, you just take your paper and show the mind map. Okay, so please wait for a while. You still have to fill up your attendance, right? As this week of your lecture attendance. So please wait for a while. We already come to the end session. So after the mind map, we have the 5-minute challenge game. So from that, we can know the top 3 winner for today's session. Okay, so okay, 1 minute. So since already 5:06, so 1 minute only 5:07. So we have a look. How many of them they able to come up with the mind map? Okay. Okay. Emilia Marisha, got any other questions you wanted to ask to our speaker? Okay, no. So make sure everybody you do 1 minute the mind map. Okay. Actually, it's going to time's up. So I think I count the 10. Count 10, we stop. Okay, so make it very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so far I noticed Nur Hidayatul. Okay, she's the one first show the mind map. Nur Hidayatul Husna. Okay, good job. The meristematic, they got apical, lateral, and permanent tissue, dermal, ground, vascular, and then she write the cells. Okay, only the cells I couldn't see clearly. Okay, how about the rest? Good job. Okay, yeah, good. So she write the cells. For dermal, she have the epidermal cell, ground, sclerenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma, and the vascular got phloem and xylem. Okay, good job. Give a clap to her. Okay, how many? Okay, Alisha, Shuhadila also. Okay, wait. Okay, let's be back to the main screen. Okay, Nur Amira Akma, Intan Anisa. Okay, who else? Nur Amira Akma, Shami. The rest still doing the mind map. Okay, on your camera and then you show the mind map. Okay, so keep this as your revision. Okay, who else? Okay, Nur Isma, Nurin Farha, Ridzuan, Wan Nur Amanina, Muhammad Azim, show your mind map. Danish Elfian, Maisara, Alia Maisara. Okay, Nur Adriana.
Nazla Inara.
Okay, who else? Okay, please please mute. Okay. Okay, so good job. So now majority of you, okay, you done the task right. Okay, so give a clap to all of you. So good job. I can see your engagement in the lesson. Okay, so now we have the 5-minute challenge game. Okay, you're going to challenge with your friends. Okay, of course, all of you like to use your smartphone, right? Okay, so this is the time for you. Use your smartphone. I will share the link in the chat box, and also I will show you the QR code. Okay, so you have 6 questions only, but 5 minutes. Okay, so meaning that 4 questions 1 minute, 2 questions 30 seconds. So that's why this we call challenge game. Okay, so from this, okay, here I noticed there are 202 students, right? So from these 202 students, who are the top 3 winners for today collaborative teaching session? Are you ready? Are you ready? If ready, then I can share the QR code. I can share the screen. Okay, so let me share the screen. So make sure everybody, you do this question as a challenge for yourself. It's also kind of the revision, okay, so that we can know how much you understand about the lesson, okay? So for a while, I share the screen. Okay, you can see lively the result. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, you can enter in the Google, joinmyquiz.com, or I copy paste the link in the chat box. Okay, or you directly scan using the QR code here. So make sure everybody you take note, because why? Your participation is recorded. Okay, so no need to worry, no punishment. Okay, just challenge between your friends, the 202 students, right? Okay. Okay. So I give you 5 minutes to join, and then we start. Okay, the timer is already set up there. So you directly will complete within the 5 minutes. It's a like of the gamification also, because why? If you submit your answer fast, you will get the extra points. Okay, so far 23 students already joined. Make fast. I hope all the 202 students will join. Actually, when we combine the 5 classes from my classes from Tapa and 2 classes from Sabah, we have 195. Sorry, 165 only. Okay, but we share also this session to other BIO122 classes. So the students also from other classes, they joined also. That's why there are many participants than we expect. Okay. So far already 59. So now is the time for your mobile phone. Okay. So I give you 5 minutes to join. Wait. Okay. Okay, you can see there are so many of the students, right? They're very fast they're doing. We don't can hear the music. everybody you answer the questions. So that is like more challenge. So here I got the question multiple choice and fill in the blanks. So far 62 students still keep on updating the numbers. Just now, doctor, when we ask right, it's like slow to try to answer faster, right? When we have this kind of the activities, right, the students can respond more faster. So dear students, another 3 more minutes we wait and I end the game. Okay? But so far, right, there are many students already done. Still doing few questions. So still the students doing. So we wait for another 2 minutes. So make sure everybody you answer, you complete just 6 questions, only 5 minutes. That's all. Not many questions. Okay. But here most of the students already answered. Not difficult, right? So this is the one based on the questions, how many students they answered. Okay, we have another last 1 minute only. Okay, so I show the top 5 students from here. Okay. Yeah. All can hear me?
The music is too loud. Barely can
Oh,
hear
is
your
it?
voice.
Is that okay now? Can hear me?
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay. So far I received, okay, actually they still counting, that's why, but actually I received more than 90 above, around 100 students already submitted the feedback. Okay, so now we already time's up, right? We come to the end session. Okay. Okay, based on the students' answers, okay, we just have a look at how many of them got correct for the number 1 question. Okay, number 1, there are 78 students answered correctly out of 90 something students. Good job. And number 2 is also MCQ. Which of the following is not the characteristics of permanent tissue? Okay, there are 49 correct answers. Okay. Actually here, right, maybe you all misunderstand because of the knot. So in the future, when you do the question, please focus the question. If they say characteristics of the permanent tissue, the answer you chose is correct. But the question is said not the character. So that's why the small mistake, it can make you get the wrong answer. Okay, number 3, fill in the blanks. Okay, based on the diagram. Okay, so 69 of them answered correctly. Okay, so what is the diagram here? The image shows what type of the tissue. What type of the ground tissue? Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Number 3, what is the answer? Parenchyma. Okay. Okay, number 4, 43 of them correct answer. Yes, So what I wanted to share with you, when you do the revision for this chapter, you should know the types of the tissue, you should know what are the cell, mainly their structure, characteristics, function, location, very, very important. So you should know their structure, okay? Then for number 5, 57 of them able to identify the correct, okay, what is the number 5? The image. What is this? What type of the ground tissue? Is that collenchyma? Collenchyma or sclerenchyma? Few students said collenchyma, few students said sclerenchyma. So which one will be the right answer? Collenchyma or sclerenchyma? To look on the cells, the structure here. So what is the correct answer? Collenchyma or sclerenchyma? Of course, when you submit, you can see the right answer, right? Okay. So the last question is the phloem tissues are mostly responsible for the transport of food. 57 of you answered correctly. Okay. So there are good job. From this, I can understand. Understand that all of you understand the lesson, the objective of this collaborative teaching achieved. So I hope all of you understand the lesson. Okay, let's recheck the top 3 students, right? That is our main part. The students all exciting. Okay, Vida. Okay. Wait for a while. I'm sharing the page. So, Michael, first winner. Second winner is Intan Anissa. And the third winner is Wan Emily. Okay. So, Michael from which campus? Tapa or Sabah? Michael, Tapa or Sabah? Michael, Intan Anissa, and Wan Emily. I think Michael from Sabah campus.
It's Michelle.
Oh, is that? Sorry. Because when I just saw the top notification, I cannot see clearly. So
Yeah,
Michelle.
Michelle.
So I think sure must be from Sabah because I'm not familiar with this name in my class. Okay,
Yes.
Intan Anissa feel like the Tapa student. Is that? Intan Anissa and Wan Emily. Okay, so good job. Okay, so I feel very happy even though we face certain problems, but still with a positive mind, we able to complete the session successful. Okay, wait for a while. So before I end the session, so all of you have any questions to ask from our speaker? So this is the golden opportunity for you. You can directly ask our speaker. As usual, right? Students, no questions.
Okay, so I just want to comment about
Yes.
the shape of the chlorenchyma, parenchyma, and the
Yes.
sclerenchyma is quite confusing. So the student should go for further reading. Yeah, look at the different image. Yeah, from different references from different books, so that you can catch the shape of each of the tissues. Yeah, it's sometimes quite confusing also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, they
Oh,
mentioned for the yellow color structure is actually the parenchyma,
yeah.
and fully the green color
Mm.
is the sclerenchyma,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the structure that I'm asking many times, right, with the green and the red, that is the one collenchyma.
Yeah.
Actually, most of them they said colon, but few of them, right, they still doubt sclerenchyma.
Between these two, collenchyma
Yes.
and sclerenchyma. Yeah.
So
Okay.
any other things?
Parenchyma is easier because it has
Yes.
thin wall. Yeah.
And also they have more space.
Yes, more spaces. Yeah.
Okay. And for the sclerenchyma and collenchyma, maybe they can differentiate, identify from the thickness of the cell wall.
Yeah. Yeah. At the corner there
Yes.
also. Yeah. Mm.
So any other tips doctor wanted to share to the students?
Okay, I just want students to actually, because just now so I have to go very fast. The different different types of different types of tissue. Yes, sclerenchyma, collenchyma, and also the sclerenchyma. So there are many criteria there. Yeah. So maybe students have to do some revision, yeah, with the power slides given later on, right? And also refer to the books as well. And the rest, I think, you do the mind mapping. Yeah, mind mapping is very important. The summary that I gave it to you so that you can remember. You need to understand first. Understand first what is the function of the meristematic, the functions of the permanent cells, where does it come, where does it give rise, where it is derived from where. Once you understand all this, okay, then you can easier answer the questions, I think. That's all, Mrs.
Okay,
Tama.
there's a question there in chat box. Muhammad Adam asking, what if they are spelled wrongly? Is the answer going to be accepted in the exam?
Or during the exam.
Yeah.
I think if only one word or one or two words, then I accept the answer. Yeah, one or two, three words. But you cannot really understand what she's writing, then maybe cannot accept the answer. Mm.
Yes, that's true, doctor. If let's say
Mm.
2 or 3, yes, they won't get full mark. If let's
Yeah.
say 1, actually it's a consideration by the lecturer.
Yes.
So
yes.
we also at least we will provide at least if let's say 1 mark, so maybe you will get half mark.
Yeah. Because like parenchyma, collenchyma, you write different different words, different letter, then it becomes different, right? Okay, that's all.
Doctor, any other method for the student to remember this
Oh,
chapter? Is it like one of the
yeah.
method you said mind map, right? Any
Yeah,
other
mind
tips
map
for
is
them?
very, and then one thing that you must really know the story, like what I give the lectures just now. Yeah, why this the first step is important. Okay, all the diagram there, so this make you remember and also understand. The first thing is that you understand. It's not just the memorize, or you need to memorize only, but understand as well. Okay. So understand why do you think the meristematic tissues are located at the shoot tips and the root tips, not at the center of the leaves, for example, right? Or it at the tips, because the plant is growing, and then the shoot tips is going up to get the carbon dioxide, the gases, and also the light, for photosynthesis. And then the root tip also, they have to search for the nutrients and the water. Yeah. So meaning that the student also need to know the structure and also the functions. Yeah? What are the relationship between the structure? Once you know the structure, then it's easier for you to answer the questions and get the relationship between the structure and the functions of each of the tissue and cells. That's all, Mrs. Tava.
Okay, thanks, Doctor, for the useful tips for the students. I hope they can use all these tips when they do their revision for their final exam. And then, and thanks also to Dr. Shazwani. Okay, so this is the first time we do the collaborative teaching lecture between the two campus. So I hope, even though there are many participants joined for today's session, I hope the lesson occurs well. And also, I hope the objective of the session we achieve, and I hope the students understand the lesson more better. Okay,
Yeah.
so later we will provide the lecture note and also the session recording. And then, so that's all from hers. Dear students,
So I also very grateful because the students are here until the end of the session, until the quizzes. They are very good. Okay,
yes,
their attendance.
yes, Doctor. Yeah, I'm also use
Yeah.
this opportunity to thank all of the students. Even though that's why I say, even though we have few technical problems, with the God's grace, we able to overcome and successfully conduct the session. I hope all these mistakes we will overcome in the future webinar or the talks. And also thanks for all of your patience. Um, Okay, any other questions from the students you wanted to ask the speaker or Dr. Shazwani or myself? So I hope all of you already get the very meaningful inputs from today's session. So we already reached the end of our afternoon session. We appreciate you being here. I hope this afternoon session will be meaningful session for all the participants. Thank you everyone again. And thanks again for our guest speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Noriza Jafar Sideh, for very
Welcome.
informative sharings. So before we end the session, I would like to invite all the participants to get ready for your photography session. So therefore, we would like to request all of you to remain in this room for a few minutes. Everyone, please turn on the camera for the photo session. And this is the end of the session. So I hope all of you can turn on the camera for the photo session. Are you ready? One more reminder, Dr. Shazwani also already shared the attendance link in the chat box. So don't forget to fill up the attendance link. So this will be your this week lecture attendance. Okay. So are you ready for the photo session? Can we start? Okay. Wait, Okay. 3, 2. Okay, before that, now is the end of the session, right? If you really feel this session meaningful, you enjoy with the challenge game and all the activities, please show hands, raise hand option, or you can show thumbs up or love as a feedback for feedback of this webinar. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Please wait for a while. I need to take few shots because of many students. Okay, second shot. 1, 2, 3. Say first. Please mute. Okay, for the third snap. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let me say first. Okay, let me check. I left any other students. Okay, one more shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me check. Okay, one more shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thanks a lot for your participation. Thanks a lot for your patience. Okay. I would like to remind all the participants to click the registration link at the chat box. If let's say because of the internet connection, if your friend left the session a bit early, please remind your friends to fill up the attendance link. And also this attendance link is available for 30 minutes after the session ends. So you should fill up by 6:10. Thanks again for joining us today. Stay safe and stay healthy. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank all the participants for your attention and support in collaborative teaching session of course BIO122. Once again, thank you for being a part of this webinar. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Madam and
Dr.
Doctor.
Have a great
Shazwani.
weekend.
Thanks, Riza.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
Okay,
you.
madam. Yeah, madam.